Hi friends, so today's topic of discussion is about Inquest. I have attached a PDF link in the description box which contains the topic we are discussing today and also the important bits related to this topic and the frequently asked question in your INE set and NEET PG. Okay, let's get into the topic. So what is Inquest? By the word to look for or to investigate. Investigate. So what do you want to investigate? You want to, since it's forensic medicine, investigate a death or a cause of death. Okay. So not all deaths will be investigated. So there should be an exception and a non-exception, right? So the exception here is for which an investigation will not be done is a natural death will not be investigated. Okay. So what are the cases for which an inquest will be conducted? That we will see now. Okay. Since natural is an exception, unnatural death. Next, sudden death. Sudden death means a death which occurs within 24 hours in a person who is not suffering from any pre-existing illness. Okay, for example, a middle-aged man who is not suffering from any illness, he has had his tea and he came and sat in his office again, suddenly he has collapsed. So that is a sudden death. Okay, and the third one is suicide, homicide, accidents. Okay, this point is very important when it comes to your NEET PG, right? So this accidents might be due to RTA, it can be due to machinery. Machinery is nothing but laborers when they go for working. So there they may get into some machinery accidents. Next, it could be due to burns. Suppose when some women or someone who goes to a temple and their clothes get caught on fire. So that could be also a possibility. Okay. And next could be killing by animal. Killing by animal. These are common with forest officers. Okay. Tourists also sometimes, if you're very unlucky, unfortunately it might happen. And the next one is dowry death. Dowry death. Yes. And next is death due to torture. So simple term is anything other than natural, everything requires an inquiry. That's it. Okay. So in broadly, we need to know the types. This is very important in terms of long answer for the UG and also for your entrance examination, right? So broadly it is divided into 4 categories. One is police inquest. This is magistrate inquest. The third is coroners. The fourth is medical examiner, right? So the MCQ bit here would be section 174 CRPC, 176 CRPC. So I would remember this as PM, Prime Minister. Okay, Prime Minister. Why I am saying Prime Minister of India is these 2 inquests only is conducted in India. Okay, only police and magistrate inquest are conducted in India, right? So now we'll go into police inquest. Before that, since we see a lot of crime stories and all the new web series which is coming up, we see so many deaths happening in those films. So what is the exact scenario which happens? So imagine there's a death happening here, okay, and there are few people who are watching it, they immediately what they do? They inform the police, right? They inform the police. That is call 111, 100, yes? And then what he does is, before visiting the crime scene, he informs the magistrate. Informs the magistrate. And then he arrives to the crime scene. Yes, crime scene. He goes there to visit the crime scene. Once he visits the crime scene, he has to prepare a report, right? Report. That is nothing but Panchanama. Why Panchanama? Because while he records it in front of at least 5 respectable people. Right? So that is why Panchas 5, Panchanama. Okay. What does he report? What does he report? He reports the condition of the body. Is there any weapon? Is there any blood stains? Is there any injuries? In toto, he records everything. Okay. Once he records, what does he do? He can't go back to his police station. So he has to decide whether an autopsy has to be done or not. Yes. If yes, it should fulfill the criteria which we saw in the beginning of the class. So if not, it will be handed over to the relatives. Yes, the body will be handed over to the relatives, or else he will forward the body to the mortuary, where he has to give a requisition to conduct a postmortem. Conduct a PME, and then PME will be done by the forensic expert or a government doctor. Once that is all done, the police forwards the report to the magistrate. Forwards the report to the magistrate. Okay. So this is the entire scenario. So next time if anything happens like that, you should be in a position to guess that this is the scenario which has happened. Okay. Now we'll know in detail what is police inquest, just in a nutshell, whichever is important. Okay. As I told, it comes under the section 174 CRPC. Yes. So who will conduct this inquest? Not everyone, because there are many ranks in the police cadre, no? So the lowest rank would be, below that you cannot conduct an inquest. So that would be a head constable or a station house officer. He is the least ranked person who can conduct an inquest. Other than that, a PC cannot conduct. Okay, this is a very potential MCQ. Right? So he is being called as a IO. IO is nothing but investigating officer. Yes? Yes. So we know what is the scenario, what will happen, how the police will conduct an inquest. So while conducting an inquest, this police has a power to summon. Power to summon. In a normal word, summon means call and question. Legally, we'll see it in the next video. Just call and question. Okay, power to summon. So this is also a potential MCQ. Whether the police has a power to summon? Yes. So that is under section 175 CRPC. This is also very important. Okay. And next, suppose he calls and asks those people we saw, no? These people, this group of people. Suppose he questions and those people are refusing to answer. Suppose they are refusing to answer. That is a wrong thing, no? If you are refusing to answer, if you have witnessed a crime and if you are not ready to answer, that is a wrong thing. So that means in yesterday's video I have told wrong means crime. That means it will come under IPC. Okay. So 179 IPC. So I remember this 9 as a jail with 9 boxes. Okay, 9 squares in a Sudoku. Okay, yes, 179 IPC, which is refusal to answer when a police asks questions. So what is the punishment for it? It has 6 months imprisonment or 1000 rupees fine. So this is also a potential MCQ. Yes, this is police inquest. So moving on to the next inquest, which is magistrate inquest. So police inquest also is important. Magistrate is very, very important, which is under 176 CRPC. Yes, in this there are 2 things which you have to know. One is a judicial magistrate and an executive magistrate. Yes, I remember judicial as the highest. Why? Men have more muscle power. So highest is men. Executive, a little bit, kind of very dignified. Judicial are very dignified, but executive, to remember, I say it as women are executives. Why? I will tell you. You have to remember this. Now first we'll see the executives. So I told police inquest will be done in certain cases. So in which cases magistrate inquest will be done? So women, related to women, death of a woman within 7 years of marriage. Okay, and next one would be a woman committing suicide less than 7 years of marriage. Women again, dowry death. Okay, these will be related to women. The other 2 things, I don't have a mnemonic for that. You have to remember it. It could be a case of exhumation. Exhumation is nothing but there's a grave, already someone is dead, you want to dig it out and find the cause of death. Okay, and next one would be police firing. Okay, suppose there is a mob going towards a higher official's house. Meanwhile, there is some charge going on where the police have to charge and there is a police firing. That time, executives will conduct a magistrate. Okay? Yes? So, who are these executive magistrate? It could be a district magistrate. Yes? It could be an additional district magistrate. Could be a subdivisional magistrate. It could be a collector, tahsildar. So simply what it is these people are administrative officials. Administrative officials. Siren cars. You remember like that. The siren car people are these executive magistrate. Okay? Yes. So these people would have been passed through the civil service and they get these posts. So they are executive magistrate. Whereas your judicial magistrate is, they have high knowledge in law where they are those LLB, the judges. So those are honorable judicial people. Okay? So those are judicial magistrate. So who do you think is more powerful comparatively? So judicial magistrate is powerful than the executive magistrate. Okay? Judges, so men. I remember this as a box for judicial magistrate cases. Box is nothing but custody. Okay? Be it any custody. So we will see what are the custodies. Okay? One would be police custody. 2, it could be a Bostel school. Bostel school is nothing but juveniles. Juvenile. kids will be there in the Boston school. It could be a psychiatric hospital. So that's why I told you to remember this box. Psychiatry hospitals. Okay. Another thing, suppose a woman or a lady is being raped in a custody. So in these cases, judicial magistrate will conduct an inquest. So this topic is very, very, very important in your MCQ. They will ask you, these are the cases for which executive magistrate will conduct an inquest, except. Okay, so you remember it like this. Right? So among these two, the judicial magistrate is superior than executive magistrate. And one more point is, magistrate inquest is superior than police inquest. Okay? Yes. So the third one is coroner's inquest. Yeah, so I just forgot a point where that's another MCQ, which is 125 Indian Evidence Act. So I've already told you which is superior and which is more powerful. So there are witnesses who, see the scene and they'll be able to produce evidences in the court, no? So when an executive in this magistrate inquest, the witness depositing the evidence is admissible in the court. Admissible in the court. Whereas those who has been recorded by the police, no, those people's witness cannot be, or it is not admissible in the court. So this is important. Okay. They can give their evidence in the court. Yes. So the next one is coroner's inquest. So coroner by the word means crown or king. Okay. So this is king ruled in UK. Yes. So it's followed in UK. And next, this was previously there in India, where in Kolkata and Bombay it was followed, but in 1999 it was abolished. Okay. This person is also, the coroner is a judicial official. Okay. So if suppose a crime happens, he has to inquire into the cause of death. Okay, and he calls everyone for inquiry related to the case. So this court, coroner's court, is called as a court of inquiry. So all the investigations will be done, but he does not conduct a trial. Okay, wherein a group of people will be there. A group of people, they are the jurors or the jury. Okay, they will be giving the verdict. So this person, coroner, has some official power. He has some official or judicial powers, but he cannot conduct a trial. Okay, whereas your magistrate is a trial court, right? So the last one is the medical examiner's court. Medical examiner's court. Like the name suggests, medical examiner. So this is mostly followed in foreign countries. This is USA mostly, because they say it as a forensic pathologist, forensic pathologist, wherein this medical examiner is a person who is legally and medically qualified. Okay. Since he is legally qualified, he goes to the crime scene, he conducts a inquest. Okay. Since he is medically qualified, he applies his medical knowledge and he conducts a PME. So job done. The most advantageous thing of this inquest is there is no loss of information. Everything is there in a box saved. Okay. So this is the superior most inquest among the 4 which we discussed today. Yes. So this is about the types of inquest. This is more important when it comes to the UG long question, and also when it comes to police and magistrate inquest, it is very important topic for your NEET bits. So as I've already said in the beginning of the video, I've attached the PDF link in the description box. I've attached the frequently asked question also in your NEET bits, right? So let us all have a happy learning, and also I wish you all have a happy great Sunday, and we'll all meet you in the next video.